I ran across the Farsons Survival Blade a while back on YouTube, and a few weeks ago finally ordered one because I was so intrigued and was really excited to get it in the mail, and had some bumps in the road. It got sent to the wrong address. Amazon sent it to the wrong address, and so I asked if he could send me another one, and he did, which was very cool. And I finally got it, and wanted to see if it was comfortable to carry. I like the idea because it doesn't really look like a knife when it's in the sheath, so it might be, a blade that you could carry with you on a daily basis. And so, I was putting it in and out of the sheath that day and wasn't too careful, I guess, or not careful enough, because I ended up noticing when I got home that the threads were sheared all the way down to here, and the threads on the inside were sheared, and the sheath was completely falling apart. And I was so disappointed because I paid a little more for the leather sheath. And today in the mail, I sent an email to Mike Jones of Fremont Knives and just telling him what happened. And today in the mail, I got a new leather sheath and a new nylon sheath, which I was not expecting because I figured it was user error. Because honestly, I didn't look at the construction of this, and if I would have noticed, I probably would have been a little more careful. But I did send him an email and let him know, and so I'm stoked that he sent me, two new sheaths. I haven't used this that much. I've done a little bit of carving and wood processing with it, and it's got some strengths and some drawbacks. It's based on an old stone tool that was found. It reminded me of an old Neanderthal stone tool, where you've got a big blade that goes around on the edge and then a strong place to hang on to. And this has so many different uses. It's kind of weird. It's good for lightweight woodwork and more heavy work, but the in-between stuff can get a little uncomfortable because there's not much room. Your finger can start to hit there, and I'm not too sure about the paracord or how that's going to hold up, and I don't know how to retie the paracord. I'd love to put a longer lanyard on, but I'm afraid to untie this. But I applaud Fremont Knives taking a risk and coming out with a totally different design than anything I've ever seen. And I think the amount of uses this has outweighs its weaknesses, and I think it's why it was such an important tool for people in the past. I got the high carbon steel version. There's a stainless steel version for a couple reasons. They're easier to strike fire with, and this one has a sharp edge that you can easily, get a fire going with a ferro rod. And you could baton with this. You could carve an animal with this. For heavier type work, where it's not really good for chopping like this if you're doing heavy work, but you could theoretically make a hatchet out of it. So it's an interesting idea, and I think I would want to have this with me in an emergency situation just because it has so many uses. And probably use it to prepare food, to cut a pizza or something. So yeah, that's my Fremont Farsons Survival Blade, and a sheath that I re-glued and put glue on the inside, and was very careful when putting it in and out. But now I got a new leather sheath and a new nylon sheath. So thanks so much, Mike Jones at Fremont Knives. That's awesome.